Tonight I'm going to show you 8 different tools for $25 or less that I use on almost every single project. The first one is this. This is my remote starter for 2 shop vacs and 1 dust collector. I have 1 shop vac that's a permanent fixture in my miter station. I have another one that I use in my shop to wheel around, connect to sanders and router tables. And finally I have my 2 horsepower Harbor Freight dust collector that I connect to my table saw, my joiner, and my bandsaw. You can find remote starters out there that will start when your tool starts up that cost $80 to $100 a piece sometimes. The beauty of this one is it's designed for 15 amps. So as long as your tool doesn't have more than 15 amps of draw, you should be fine. I bought this one a couple years ago and they've since come out with some other models. This one is about the same thing. It comes with 3 different remote outlets and the remote itself. For small dust collection like shop vacs and low power dust collectors, this stuff works great. I carry it around with me and use it to turn on any of my dust systems. Now in the future, if I decide to upgrade my dust collector, I may need to get one that can handle a 20 amp circuit, but for now this one works great. The next tool is my Starrett angle finder. Now if any of you have searched for Starrett tools, you know that they're high quality, but they're also usually very expensive. To get a small square, it can be 80 to 100 bucks. This one on the other hand is only $18. It's made out of a high density plastic. The pivot in it is really good. You can tighten it from the back and keep it nice and snug. There's no play in it at all. And it has these pretty cool features on it where you adjust it to your angle and it'll give you the angle for a single cut if you're just cutting that on one board, or the miter cut if you're splitting that between 2. Now of course you can do the math yourself, but it makes it a lot easier and faster when you can just see that and be like, oh yeah, okay, I got 10-degree miter on either end. This is pretty slick and I use it for any project that I'm building that requires angles. Now for all the tools I'm showing you today, I have links in the description below so that you can buy one yourself. They are affiliate links, so if you click on those, it really helps the channel at no additional cost to you. The next tool I'm going to show you are Countersink drill bits. These I procrastinated buying for a while because I thought they were kind of overkill, and I also thought that most of my screws have tapered heads that kind of drill their own countersink. But if you're doing a lot of stuff with screws with tapered heads, this is a lifesaver. And it also makes it look really clean and really finished. If you want to go crazy with these, you can actually buy, most of them have a depth stop so you can get to the exact same depth on every single one. But I found that you can usually eyeball it and get to the bottom of the countersink, and that's usually fine. The set that I have is from Snappy, and the last I saw, it was $25 on Amazon. Like I said before, if you feel like upgrading, you can always go buy this depth stop afterwards to make your countersinks more consistent. Anytime that I'm drilling holes now in any kind of construction lumber, I'm always pre-drilling with these. This makes it look so clean and finished so that it can look like a finished piece of furniture when you're done. Next up is the pocket square. And this is one that I keep right here in my apron all the time because I use this for everything. I use this for setting up tools, I use this for checking squareness on boards. This particular kind has the ability to slide in and out if you want to square it across the length, which is why it's called a double square. I've checked this for accuracy multiple times too, and every time I checked, it's been dead on. This is one that I think I got at Rockler, and it was $13. Another one that I've used also as my pocket square is a 4-inch engineer's square. This is one that's kind of a standard in machining. It has a fixed connection. There's no sliding mechanism in it. This one is also really good for precision because it actually says the squareness on it. It's square for up to 2/10,000ths of an inch. That's 0.002. This one is also about $12 to $13, so a very reasonable price for a square. The next tool that you need in your arsenal is a silicone glue brush. Now, this one also comes with a tray, which is awesome because you can pour your glue in here, you can get it on your brush, and you brush on and fill all your glue joints. If you haven't seen these before, they're awesome because the glue dries on them and then you can just peel the glue right off, even on the bristles of the brush. It's all silicone, so nothing sticks to it. For these ones, you can get the brush, the tray, and a spreader for I think about $18. I've also bought other silicone brushes that are smaller in different sizes, as well as these ones that are kind of like a little plastic putty knife. All of these are great for applying glue in all different situations. Next up, another one I carry in my apron, the 6-inch scale. This is something from Benchmark Tools. I think I bought it for $8. And it is precision. It has all of the graduations down to 30 seconds and 64ths of an inch if I really want to. It also has an end that's machined to 0. So if I put this against the edge of a board using my finger to hold it straight, it's going to be flush on that board. I find that I use this scale more than any other measuring device because it's so convenient and it's just simple. It's a straightforward ruler. I don't need a really complex, fancy, expensive thing to measure and draw extra lines and stuff. A 6-inch scale has allowed me to make all kinds of projects and joints and furniture and everything, and it's only $8. Here's another one that I use for setting up my tools. This one right here is a router depth gauge. And it has these cutouts here with dimensions on them where you can get the different depths for your router bit. This one cost me 10 bucks. I use this to set up my router bit. I also use this to set up my table saw sometimes. It is made out of aluminum, which means it's usually softer than the teeth on your tools and the cutting edges. Another one on the list that I use on every single project is a squeeze clamp. There are many different brands, many different kinds, but you want to find one that's robust enough that you can really squeeze it and hold something down. I use this to hold down wood to my workbench. I use it to hold boards together. I use it to hold small joints together. This clamp, I can also reverse the heads on it to push the other way if I want to have it push outward instead of being squeezed inward. Sometimes I even put one of these on the corner of my workbench to hold my hoses from falling off the workbench. This is one of those tools that's just versatile for everything. Wherever you need a quick clamp, it's a one-handed operation. It's really slick and it's fast, and I would recommend having a couple of these around. This particular clamp is made by Jorgensen, and they actually have a newer model of this that comes in a pair for 30 bucks. So I'm still putting that in the under 25 category because really it's $15 per clamp. Again, links for this stuff is in the description below so that you can buy one of these yourself. None of the tools that I've talked about have paid me anything to talk about them in this video. So this is 100% from my own experience, my honest opinion of these. We all have tools that we use on every project that we build. If you have something in your shop that you use for every single project, I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments. I want to know if I need to go buy some more stuff. Those are my top 8 tools that I use on almost every woodworking project that I do. Thank you everyone for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. You guys are awesome. Now go build something and we'll see you next time.